Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another amazing episode brought to you by Games Glitches. I hope you're all having a wonderful Monday morning. I'm sorry to say, for many, Mondays isn't that great because you gotta go back to work or go back to school, basically start dealing with the weekly drama. Well, in any case, this video is due to a popular demand by many of you asking me to see what's inside of the new PTS Dark Zone vendor, what's being sold at them. Not a problem at all. What we're going to do quickly throughout this video, because you guys hate when I talk, is we jump between merchant to merchant to merchant and so on, and continue on. We're going to start in the Dark Zone 2 area, then we're going to go here, here, and here. And through the magic miracle of editing, we will just magically teleport there. Magically, quote unquote. In any case, let's take a look at the first merchant right here, and at the end, ladies and gentlemen, I will also show my gear, because some of you also were asking me what gear I have. Unfortunately, my gear in a new PTS is garbage, because in live it's nice, and PTS it's kind of shit, so I kind of gotta deal with that whole thing. So in any case, let's take a look. Right here we got, at our first merchant, he sells 229 gear for rank 30 right off the bat, which shouldn't be hard to get because they actually, I don't know if it's PTS only, but it's quite easy to now rank up. But things cost quite a nice amount of money. As you guys could see, 174k to almost 200k, 150k. That is actually quite a hefty sum, but you know, just save up money for when the things changed into the PTS values. But in any case, these are the items that currently he is selling. He doesn't have any greens whatsoever. If you're wondering what bracket Dark Zone, we're in a bracket world 4, the top bracket of possible in the division. Let's go back to our gentleman. He has the Gunslinger vest, increases armor while in cover by 30%. Please note this is all subjected to change into release and weekly. Reward acolytes, that that's when you get rewards while you're leveling money and money wise and stuff like that. Damage cover to cover generate, that's the typical one we all have, and the headshot with the sidearms deal 35% more damage. Actually, currently this talent, I don't know what's wrong with this talent, but I equipped, I have a pair of gloves, it's going to be in another video, and it seems that this talent does not work. I didn't do 35% more damage as I did with that pistol. I literally did, I think, 1k more damage out of like 20 something k. I was shooting for 21k. That wasn't a 35% increase. So I'm pretty much convinced currently there's something wrong with the talent. I'll experiment it more, so don't hold me to it. I just did some side experiments. So now we checked out this merchant, let's quickly jump to our next one. And poof, with merchant number 2 right here in DZ2. Right here we're gonna switch to a higher level bracket so you guys could see right off the bat what is being sold the best at this merchant. For 237,000 right here, this merchant sells weapons. The first merchant seems to be selling knee pads, masks, gloves, and so on. Those kinds of utilities. This one seems to be selling, well, weapons. They kind of seem to be what they think they're trying to do is kind of gear you out throughout the whole thing as you progress. Again, this merchant sells weapon, just so quickly can go through the weapons, and just you could guys see the new talents. This is expert, competent, talented. You could pause if you want to look at the talent. Vicious, destructive, meticulous, provident, focused, self-preserved, talented, predatory, commanding, proficient, disciplined, ferocious, sustained, unforgiving. There are of course other talent, like for example, just quickly to show deadly on my weapon and focused. Here's deadly and focused. Now let's go check out the merchant number 3. And poof, like magic, we are at our third merchant. We're currently still in bracket world 4, and we're now at a third merchant. Many of you are probably wondering what would be also the difference if you would change in world brackets. Now this merchant right here, unlike the first merchant who sells the gear, well, like knee pads, gloves, masks, and so on. The second one seems to be selling weapons. The third merchant seems to be selling prototype and stamina mods. Also, it seems that the highest rank currently available within the PTS is a rank 30 stuff. As you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, rank 30 seems to be the highest one. Now, I haven't covered this on the other two merchants, but please note that the items that the merchant possess will not change based on what world bracket you are. The items only will drop in rank. For example, let's take a look right here real quickly. Let me show you. Prototype stamina mod, level item level 33, rank 30, and so on. Fantastic, great. Now, let's take a look what would happen if we would switch to change the world bracket to world bracket 1. It takes literally a second to switch. Now let's take a look right here. It's exactly the same advanced stamina mod, but the stamina mod it no longer gives 200 something stamina, it now gives 133. And the advanced stamina mod still is a rank 20 right now, level 30, and only costs 9 or 8,500 credits here, dark zone funds, and so to speak. So basically what it does here, and here's the other performance mod, what happens when you change simply between the world brackets is the fact that it just increases, it's the same gear, just a higher exact quality. Again, for pure demonstration, same exact gear. Instead of 8,500, it's now 136,000, and instead of 133 stamina, it now gives 202, and instead of level 30, it's a level 33 item. But now be prepared to pay a nice hefty sum, because everything in PTS, it's at least in the dark zone, seems to be ridiculously expensive. And I wanted you guys to be aware that each merchant has exactly the same items, just in a higher level map, higher level bracket. You will be able to get exactly the same thing, just higher level. That's pretty much it. But nonetheless, this stuff is still ridiculously expensive. And poof, through magic of editing, we're now at a merchant 3. Merchant 4. Now, the fourth merchant, which is located on the fourth area of the map right here, in DZ05, because again, there's no merchant in DZ01. So we're in DZ05, and by the way, I'm not counting these merchants, the ones that are on the side. I mean like the safe house, safe room merchants, not checkpoint merchants. In any case, so we're in a DZ5. Now this merchant right here seems to be selling different attachments. And again, the attachments actually cost quite a hefty penny. You know, while exploring, I actually ended up buying myself nice little things because this PTS, and I just wanted to test things out. Right here, the fourth merchant seems to be selling attachments to the weapon, and still there's no gear here at all. I'm saying in the sense of set gear. The green pieces are not here. Here you can buy the weapons attachment, so to speak. So from what we have so far, at the first room right here, you can buy knee pads, masks, and so on. Second room, you can buy weapons. Third room here, you could buy mods and so on. Fourth room, you could buy weapon attachments. So now let's go to DZ6 and check out what our guy has on the mission in the safe room 6. And poof, we are now in our last room in DZ6 area in World Bracket 4. Now, if we take a look at the merchant, this is the first time technically where you see him selling gear sets. As you guys can see here, this is currently the gear sets that are being sold from this merchant right here. They seem to be changing, well, actually weekly or so on. Yeah, because when he restocks his whole thing. Like in my last video, before the last restock happened, he was selling a whole completely different set of gear. But as you could see, ladies and gentlemen, here only in DZ6 that you'll be able to obtain. And he is the only one that's in DZ out of all of the safe houses that sells Dark Zone sealed caches, aside from the checkpoints, of course. The Dark Zone sealed caches, he sells them for 50,432, and there's a whole separate video of where to buy them and what's inside of them. Now, right here he has the Predator Predator's mark, and so on. You know, final measures, strike. You know, you just guys want to take a look at a quick talents. The Banshee set that I have covered, the Hunter, final measure. Feel free to pause Predator's mark. But in any case, so now let's take a quick look what happens when you jump into rank 1. I mean bracket zone 1. What happens is you will see the same exact green gear, but the green gear, as mentioned earlier, will be lower. But in bracket 1, as you guys could see here, I just wanted to quickly show you here, he doesn't actually sell any green. All he does is sell you what your dark zone sealed cash if you are in bracket 1 right over here. Now we will switch the bracket so you guys could see how it varies. At bracket 2, he starts selling you guys 182 gear set. It doesn't seem, for whatever reason, he doesn't like selling lower gear set. He kind of just starts off at 182 green gear set right off the bat for you guys to use here. And again, as you could see, it's exactly the same gear set. The Dark Zone Seal Cache's price doesn't change, it seems. I guess that varies with your current rank and so on. But, you know, it's still 50k. It's, you know, it's a hefty sum nonetheless. Thank you all again for tuning in to another wonderful episode brought to you by Games Glitches. If you have any questions, any problems, any suggestions, any glitches that you want to show on this channel, please leave a comment below and I'll definitely try to, well, answer you or at least reply in one form or another. Unless it's a troll comment, then I'm sorry, I kinda get thousands of those a day, so I tend to ignore them. But if you have a legitimate concern, please feel free to leave a comment and I'll definitely try to help you out. Thank you all again for checking out my channel. If you enjoyed this nice little episode, please click like, please click subscribe, and I'll see you in the next Division Glitch video.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No.